Palma-Salazar fue el consentido del güero, alegre de más. Siempre lo veía sonriendo, su modón y fumando Marlboro rojo. Siempre vivió a su antojo y sus hijas fueron sus ojos. Nos puede mucho que no están. El seguridad fue su más fiel elemento, el 12 y el 3, firme el colo bien atento, volaban, los cielos con el papo andaban, a Sonora llegaban, ahí con el chalán contaban, la oro y el quinte han de extrañar. Pantalón Levi's, tipo polo azul coste, botas Timberland, gorri barba tenía por.
What's up, guys?
Que los medios la clave 20, el 23 pendiente, era vivo ni inteligente, y a mucha gente fue a ayudar. Y de aquí hasta que se acaben las llantitas.
Fantasma, what up, brother? Frankie, what up?
Hombre de amistad, muy amigo de Don Mayo, del Chapo Guzmán y del viejo Chalo Araujo, la Norian, al arroyo en pipas y trocas, doble rodado roja, su favorita entre otras cosas, los españoles pa' bailar. Bueno al pilotear, se movía.
What's up, guys? What's up, Frankie? Hey, Frankie, I forgot to tell you. So, the other day, I went over to Salvador Park, right? And I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me how much everything is a mess, you know? And I was like, damn. I'm like, so what's up? And they were saying that just it's all bad, you know what I mean? All bad right now. All bad. They asked for my opinion, right? Which I thought was weird, Frankie. You know, because, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, it's hot, Fantasma. You know? But it's the same group of guys. You know? But yeah, hey man, I'm gonna get into this little Palma shit right now. If you guys hear I'm eating right now, yeah, we out the game though. Exactly, that's what I told them. I told them, hey, you know what? I don't have an opinion no more, you know? And they were like, look, mijo, we know you're on the shelf and shit. We know that you've been told just to sit there and look pretty and don't say nothing and just relax and enjoy the raise. They said, but right now we could really use your input, they said. And I was just like, damn, you know? I was like, fuck, you know what I mean, Frankie? Because they said that, this is what the homie told me. He goes, look, mijo, he goes, you're the only one. He goes, it's been around since back in the days. He said, really? He goes, with Rick. He said, with Little Joe and Big Joe. He goes, with Mike, with Musclehead, and all those guys. I was like, fuck. I was like, damn, they're fucking putting everybody on blast, you know? And they said, hey, mijo, you know, you know, we still love you. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I thought you guys didn't love me no more. It was a trip though, Frankie. Just chilling at the park with a gang of fucking troopers from Trooperlandia. You know? With Sevito's son, Baby Bull, because Big Bull killed himself, I guess, in prison. That's what they're telling me, that Bull from F Troop killed himself. I was like, what the fuck? Because he got life, so he OD'd, Frankie. He's not, Fantasma. I'm gonna get into it right now. So, So, just a real recap. you know, Guero Palma gave an interview, they said, you know, and they were like talking about how he's going to get out of the game, how he's definitely done with revenge, that revenge is something he left in the past. You know, he says as soon as he gets his freedom, he said revenge is out of his mind. I'm going to tell you guys something about the Palma-Salazar family. From my understanding, Guero Palma is not what you call an active mafioso. From a close friend of mine and family member that I know that's a Palma-Salazar, a real one. He told me that, yeah, their nephews and them and himself, he even said, still do a little bit of things on the Mexican side. A couple of them do it here on the U.S. side. But to tell you the truth, he said that, you know, they've been out of the game for a long time. He told me like this. The reason why they picked up his daughter and his ex-wife and stuff like that was a quick reminder to stay out of the game. You know what I mean? That he wasn't going to come back pushing and doing what he was. You know, a lot of you guys don't understand it is that the Palma-Salazars live in Tijuana. Some of them do. Not all of them. A lot of you guys think that that Ariano Felix and killing his kids, I really don't know what really happened behind closed doors, guys. But for my understanding, the Palma-Salazar still live in Tijuana. They still live in Anaheim. They still live in Santana. And you know, some of them still live in Sinaloa. You know, even Sonora and Durango. But to tell you the truth, you know, Guero Palma's family has as safe as passage as anybody else does in Tijuana. If you know, they killed his sister-in-law in Sonora and all that. You know, they used to use Sonora as a good place just to hang out. Now, Guero Palma never killed his kids. They said the Ariano Felixes did. You guys got to understand something. The Ariano Felixes came from Sinaloa. They've always discussed and always made a beef about Guero Palma. They always had a beef with El Mayo, El Chapo, and all them because, remember, when they all worked for Felix Gallardo, they were under one banner. It was Don Mayo. It was a Chapito. Some even say Guero Palma, who turned on Felix Gallardo. You know, story goes, what my friend told me and a close friend to the Palma family told me was that Guero's family was not killed by the Ariano Felixes. They were killed by Felix Gallardo's people, and I'll tell you why. Felix Gallardo had really good contacts in Venezuela and Colombia and all that. Remember, Felix Gallardo was already a big-time international narco. The Ariano Felixes were low-time budget narcos at that time compared to Felix Gallardo. Don't get me wrong. They were explosive guys. Explosive at that time. But never at the levels of Felix Gallardo. Neither was Don Mayo. Neither was Chapito. You know, Don Chemo and all them. They were all underneath Felix Gallardo. Felix Gallardo was the brains and the power and the push behind Los Pinos. Without him, they couldn't eat, sleep, or shit. They couldn't do nothing without him. And that's the honest truth. You know, one of the last things I asked a compadre of mine before he disappeared was, who killed Guero Palma's kids? And he said, Felix's people did. And I said, Felix's people here in Mexico or Felix's people? He said there was a contract hit. He goes, it was brought in from abroad. He said everybody knows the story. He goes, there is some truth behind it. He said, and it has nothing to do, he said, with the Ariano Felixes. He said, they weren't that creative. You know, you guys got to understand something about the Tijuana Cartel or the Ariano Felixes as they're known. They're not the brightest guys in the world. The Ariano Felixes, if you guys know, Benjamin, Ramon, and all them have a real killer instinct. They'll kill you on a snap of a dime. You know, and they really, really like to believe in that way of thinking. And Rayo de Sinaloa was one person who learned that very quick. You know, from my understanding, one of the Ariano Felix brothers just walked out there and shot him in broad daylight outside the club or outside of a party. Fucked this shit up. So, you know, they were used to doing stuff like that. But it sure doesn't sound like their repertoire, their type of thing. You know, another example, you know, the Ariano Felixes, they went after Chapo. They never went after Ivan. They never went after the kids. They never went after none of them. They went after Chapo. They even wanted to do them themselves. You know, Benjamin and Ramon traveled all the way to Sinaloa to murder Chapo. If you guys don't know, Don Mayo had set up that murder. For my understanding, Don Mayo had set up the murder for Chapo. When it didn't go through, Don Mayo turned his back on Ariano Felixes and told Chapo, hey, you know what? These guys are trying to kill you. I think Chapo was getting wind that Don Mayo wanted him done. Hey, smash that thumbs up. You know, guys, don't forget my Cash App is open too, you dirty birds. So I think Don Mayo, he really has a brain for this business, but he ain't got no spine. You know what I mean? And I mean by spine is he ain't got no morals and standards. I'll give you a good example, Tony Soprano. What's up, Tyler X? Tyler's a shit. I'll give you a good example, Tony Soprano. Okay, when Vito Genovese first moved to New York, he was an illegal immigrant. The Bonanos and a lot of the families that were around were not wanting the Genoveses around. From my understanding, Joseph Bonanno had a really tight relationship with a lot of the immigration agents right there in New York. Mr. Genovese was never reported to the INS when he could have been taken away in a lot of things. INS would have took him right away back then. From my understanding, there's a government form that says when Joseph Bonanno was asked about Mr. Genovese citizenship, I believe he said, I believe he's fully American. You know, which will tell you guys that, you know, a lot of things have gone out the window. You know, those traditions and stuff like that, they learned better. You know, my theory on the Chapitos was they feel insulted. You know, everybody in the world thinks, oh, Don Mayo's the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. No, Don Mayo's the biggest rat and snitch the Sinaloa cartel's ever had. That's what they can say. You know, to me, Chapo was really the leader, or the puppet, as some people will call him. He was what the homies call in the real soldier putting in the work. You know, in the Guzman family, I'm going to just tell you guys something about the kids from the Guzmans that I've learned from a lot of people. They don't like to be made fun of, and they don't like to be seen as fools. And I think that Don Mayo tried to do that. And they're not like their dad. They're not as patient, and they're not as cordial as their dad is. You know, everybody knows the stories of Ivan. He's a fucking psychopath. Starting fights, killing people. Look what he did to fucking Chino. He fucked Chino's shit up. Hey, Shadow, they fucked your boy up, huh? You know? I'm not making fun of Chino Anthrax or anything, you know? Yeah, she is, MBJZ. Adina's a shit. Smart lady. Saved Ariano Felixes. I'm eating a little bit right now, guys, lunch. But yeah, I saved the Ariano Felixes. You know? Bueno, Palma, to me, has gone through a lot. I'll tell you this much. What's up, Mayo Machote? You think the U.S. government would have let him go if he was still a kingpin? Fuck no, they would have kept him in. They would have kept him. They had every right to keep him too. All right? But they knew that he ain't involved or he... Look, even if he still is something in his family, he ain't getting the money he used to. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that might be true, Fantasma. Who was Manuel Caro Carrillo? I got a video coming up about him. Comandante de los Anthrax. AGA Tricks. What's up, Marco Santiago? Now, maybe Guero Palma might rent his name out like Caro Quintero, which I doubt. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Caro Quintero, for all the shit he's been doing, they sure don't want him on any trafficking charges, really. They still want him for Kiki Camarena shit. You know what I mean? I'm eating tuna salad. I'm eating a tuna salad right now. What about La Ley 57? Oh, Angel coming with some fucking gangster shit right now. What's up, Michael? What it do, Playboy? You know, other people talking about the interview. That interview was fucking baloney. I'll tell you why it was fucking baloney. Why don't just put that interview out there so he could see that what's going on and being quiet doesn't help out his situation. You know? That's all it really was. You know, I think his lawyers finally told him, what's up, Gold-Blooded? That it was a good idea for him to talk. You know what I mean? For him to say something. Oh, yeah. You know, Fantasma, I'm going to tell you something. Growing up as a kid and seeing the stuff that we saw isn't normal. You getting sad about things not happening or things happening the way they do is natural, homie, to tell you the truth. The military will do something to you. Life will do something to you. No matter what, at the end, those are your feelings. And if that's what you feel, carnal, and that's what you feel, little homie, then by all means, feel that way. But just remember this. Fantasma, don't allow your anger, like me, to control your life and to control the things that happen to you and the way you feel and what brings you happiness. Anger is a good tool, used in the right way. But anger in the wrong way is devastating to your health, to your life, to everything. You'll poison a unit. You'll poison a gang. You'll poison a fellowship. You'll poison a community with anger. You know, anger creates hate. And hate comes out of anger. You know, I'll tell you guys like this. A lot of people don't believe in natural hate. Or natural whatever. I had a friend. He was from a very rural community in back south. And he had never seen a black person ever in his life. He came to California to visit me. And we happened to go eat some Chinese food. And he saw a black guy drive by, and he was like, oh shit. He didn't say nothing, he just looked at him kind of weird. Then we went to go eat. And he saw the black guy. I told him, you all right, Jimmy? And Jimmy ended up telling me, I don't like that motherfucker. And I said, what do you mean you don't like that motherfucker? You don't even know him, I told him. He goes, nah, fuck that dude, he said. I was like, why? He goes, I don't know. Later on that day, I told him, hey, Jimmy, when you saw that vato in the store, I said, why'd you hate him? He said, I don't know, man. He said, but I didn't like the color of his fucking skin. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, homie, I didn't like the fucking color of his skin. And that really tripped me out. My homie Jimmy was never born racist. He never knew racism. He never knew nothing. But he disliked that guy enough that I knew if that fool got close to us, Jimmy would crack him. Now, some people say, well, people hate what they don't understand or what they don't know. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I think Jimmy right there proved that you can naturally hate someone or hate a color or hate something without even being taught. You know, people say hate is taught. I don't think that's true. You know what I mean? I don't think it's true. So I think naturally, you know, you revert to your natural instincts. Do I think Guero Palma will go back to drug dealing? I can't tell you no, and I can't tell you yes, because then I'd be a fucking millionaire, right? Me and OG Shadow would be fucking shitting fucking dollar bills out if we could tell you guys that. You know, and I trip out on that. You know, Guero Palma, to get out, he says he just wants to work his land his father's left him and go back to easy civilization ranch life living. I believe that. I also believe that at the end he's burnt out. He would like to live out, I guess, the last of his days in peace. You know? Oh yeah, he'll live comfortably. He's got a bunch of ranchos. I know some guy who used to take care of one of them. People become a product of their environment. Yup. Yep. People are a product of my coworker Steele got clipped in Chihuahua 2 days ago. They tried carjacking him and put up a fight and they shot him. Oh, I believe that. Never put up a fight for a car, I'll tell you that much. Tell you that much. Tell you that motherfucking much. Your life ain't worth the car, guys. Give up the motherfucking car. I'll tell you that much. Give up the motherfucking car. I used to steal cars. I never stole any cars with anybody inside of them. I never liked that. But I had homies who used to carjack people, you know, in LA and stuff like that for money. You know, they used to give us, I think, they used to give me $100 for a Honda. You know what I mean? So I preferred stealing the Hondas instead. You know what I mean? A lot of my homies were doing carjackings, they weren't getting a lot, but they were getting long sentences for it when they got caught. That's why I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get some fucking long sentence, you know what I mean? Get fucking 15 years for carjacking and shit. You know, gang member, carjacking, doubled up. 8 plus another 8 for carjacking. Fuck that. You know what I mean? That's right, man. That's right, EGA Tricks. If you guys can support the channel, you know what I mean? A little bit of money never hurts nobody. You know? People are like, oh, OG Black, why do you ask for donations? Cause, motherfucker. Yeah, Gone in 67 type shit. Nah, dude, I was more like a screwdriver boy. With the shaved key, you know what I mean? I wasn't high tech like that. You know what I mean? My shit was a shaved key. You know, Fantasma, I'll tell you something right now, though. I'll make it worth those $20 right now. I'll tell you this much. I think if Guero Palma comes out and he was given the government documents on who really killed his wife, I think a lot of things would be different. Now think about it like this, Fantasma. If somebody killed your wife's kids, would you have your family living in Tijuana, which is their headquarters or their place of you know, their home turf? Or would you live back in Sinaloa where it's safe, where you're loved and you're God, right? You know what I mean? The inside. What do you think? There's one for you, Fantasma. I think Guero Palma knows the truth of what happened to his kids. Somewhere along the line, I think Guero Palma burned someone. And burned him bad. Burned him enough to cost him his kids. Now, a lot of people don't know what that is. You know, I'll give you guys a good example. Polo Ochoa from Sinaloa. Many people don't know who Polo Ochoa is. Polo Ochoa was a huge cocaine, heroin, marijuana trafficker out of Sinaloa. He's actually the first narco ever to bring a supercharged European car to Mexico and have it registered. Um, Guero Palma, if you guys know, was a very rich man. When his wife and kids died, you know, he went crazy. Now, does he know the truth? Yeah. You know, Polo Ochoa, if anybody wants to know, was killed. Why was he killed? He was killed for his drug connection that he had in Colombia. Once Polo was out of the picture, you know, a number of guys, which I'm not going to say their names because they're still active, but a number of guys would have had freelance to that whole Colombian connection there. Remember, Polo gone leaves a void in a cocaine business. Guero gone left a void in a lot of businesses. You know what I mean? So you guys, you know, if you think about it, that old man has all the government papers on who did what. You know, guys, I'm going to tell you something. When you come to the U.S., it's not like Mexico. Here you get docket reports, you get discovery, you get all that shit. You know, guys, I'm going to tell you something that's sad about OG Black. You know, I have paperwork on people that say they love me. I have people who I still talk to, who I've read paperwork where the police officers or DEA or FBI went to their house and asked them, what do you think of Johnny Garibay? What do you think of OG Black? And those motherfuckers said the truth. We don't like that motherfucker too much. You know, we talk to him because we have to. You know, and they'd ask questions like, what do you think of his padrino? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And they said the truth. A lot of them did. They said, you know, OG Black does what he wants, you know, because he knows it. And he's not a punk, they said, either. He's not the type that just does what he wants because he knows he can. They said he's actually a little different. You know, a lot of people do what they want because they can. I don't do that. I've never done that. I actually try to avoid violence. But once you pass that limit, you know what I mean? It's on and cracking. You know, to me, a lot of people say, well, people talk shit. People, that sticks and stones don't, you know, they break my bones. But words, they never hurt, guys. Sticks and stones break your bones, but words will never hurt me. Words hurt me to a certain extent, but not enough to pick up a fucking gun and put a hole through you. You know what I mean? Not enough for that. You know, Guero Palma's gone through a lot of shit. At the end, he just wants to get out. Go home. Fuck a mule. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'm having a chip right now. You know? Shit, he's been locked up for like 30 years. 20 years. Been locked up a long time. I'd be mad as shit if I was locked up that long time. You know what I mean? It is what it is, guys. It is what it is, though. You know? You know, Angel, I'm not gonna say that that's true, and I'm not gonna say that's false. But if you guys read the comment that Angel put, they said that Guero Palma's kids were killed for a shipment of cocaine he stole. And that's the same story I got, man. You know? The story I got was Guero Palma's kids were killed and thrown over a thing, and his wife's head was chopped off because he stole so much cocaine that that's what it was worth to them. You know? And the Colombians were like that. You know? Not Mexicans were like that. Colombians. Yeah, but we gotta understand something. Caro did his time in Mexico. Guero did it in the U.S. And if the U.S. says you can go home, I think you can go home. You know what I mean? Those bastards, they want everything. Oh yeah, and that's another thing, man. Um, you know, I'm not gonna say too much on it, but my older sister did die over the weekend. They did bury her over the weekend, so she was older already, I believe. I don't know too much about it. I didn't research or get into it, but I got that message that she died this weekend too. You know what happens? Oh, he does? Fuck yeah, go Shadow. Fuck yeah, he's already got a video up. That's what I'm fucking talking about. The master of regurgitating fucking news already got the video up, huh? Fucking knew it. I sure recommend OG Shadow, right? Yeah, I'm gonna make videos. I'm gonna be like, if you guys want up-to-date news regurgitated right away, snap into my boy OG Shadow show. He's on all day. Why? Because he believes that the news needs to be brought to you. He wants to report on the stuff that the news isn't willing to report on. Oh my god. There you go. Welcome to the OG Shadow Show, right? Regurgitate news. You like that one? I'm a fucking clown, huh? You know, in Mexico City, well, you know what, man? They better fucking get ready over there. They're about to stick their dick up those guys' ass over there in Mexico City. And you gotta know something about people from Mexico City. No disrespect to anybody that's from Mexico City, but you guys are a bunch of pussies over there. Every fucking chilango or every fucking dude I met from the DF had no motherfucking balls. Straight little city pussy kids. You know what I mean? So, you know, Mexico City looked like a big pussy that was ready to get fucked. And I think the Familia Michoacana is about to fucking nut it all in their ass. You know? They're taking a real good quote from the Beltran Leyvas. You know? Yeah, there you go, Roger. Yep, así nomás. You tell it, change your ways. Así nomás is right. Yep. What's going on with the golf cartel? Fuck. Those motherfuckers will kill anything that moves. You know what I mean? Those guys are some brutal motherfuckers right there. Talk about guys you don't want to see in a dark alley. Fucking golf cartel. They're one of them. All right, guys. I just wanted to bring you guys that little bit of news, man. It's your boy OG Black, you know. The interview with Guero Palma. I guess finally he decided to speak out because he didn't see him winning any fucking any leniency hearings. It's your boy OG Black. Remember what I said? Like another YouTuber said, don't take what I say with a grain of salt. Think about what I said. Research yourself. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, guys. It's your boy OG Black, and I'll see you later on tonight, and I'm out.